What's up, everybody? It's your boy Polo Evolve. I'm back with another video, another post gym rant. And today, the topic of discussion is why the journey to success is super boring, man. And I had these thoughts, I always have these thoughts really, because as you are on your pursuit to success, you realize that everyone around you seems to be having a whole grand old time. And right now, I'm 28. So currently, according to society, this is what's going on around me with my peers and just people in my community. Everyone's getting married, everyone's traveling, everyone looks like they're going off in whatever career that they are set for the rest of their lives. If AI has something to do about that, I don't know. Again, I can't really predict the future, but that's currently what's going on right now. It's just that everyone's living their life, quote unquote. And social media does a great job to, I guess, what's the word here? Exaggerate this, right? It does a great job of exaggerating this and making it seem like you are behind, or in my case, is a personal example. So it makes me feel like I'm behind. And by most metrics, I probably am behind just because of where I'm at. I have to take care of my mom as a full-time caregiver. I just started a new career, and with trading, I'm not yet successful. So in terms of net worth, maybe I'm probably not in where I should be. But that's not to say that in a year or two that I won't be astronomically ahead of my peers. And again, comparison is a thief of joy. I don't want to use that as the main focal point of this video, but comparison is also a great way to gauge where you are in life. If you're watching my videos, it's safe to assume that you want to be better than average. And if you want to be better than average, then of course you have to know what average is, right? And so that's really what I'm trying to get at here. And so it may look like everyone's having a grand old time, but in reality, you don't necessarily know what people are actually going through. Hey, the person that went on vacation, you don't know that maybe they took out credit card debt in order to go on this vacation, right? Or the person that's getting married, maybe they just feel like they can't do any better, so they end up marrying someone that is pretty toxic. And who knows, in 5-10 years, again, I don't wish this upon anybody, but who knows, in 5-10 years, maybe that couple will end up divorcing. And on Instagram, it might look like everything's fine and dandy, everything's great, but in reality, you don't really know what people are going through. And that's just my 2 cents on the whole spiel, on the whole thing here. And what I really want to get at here is the fact that you dedicate yourself for the next 5 years, if you could dedicate yourself to doing the same 5 things, right? For me personally, it's focusing on taking care of my mother, fitness, trading, any sort of other entrepreneurial route, which is like YouTube. I'm looking to get into AI and using that to, I guess, beef up the systems that I already have in place. And then, did I already say fitness? Yeah, fitness, maybe the family, friends, relationships, just in general, right? Those are 5 things that I want to work on. Great. So of course, it's going to be boring, but at the end of the day, in those 5 years, if you're actually putting in the work and disregarding all the outside noise and also refining your day-to-day actions, continually getting better at these day-to-day actions, just understand by the end of 5 years, you're going to be in an astronomically different position, bro. It's going to be crazy. And I understand that while you are going through the journey, it's going to be quite difficult to see the vision. And it's going to be quite difficult. Why? Because everyone around you is not on this pathway. So you're taking the path that's least traveled. That's one thing. And you don't necessarily see, especially if you come from environments where you don't see a lot of success, and maybe you just see a lot of people going through the traditional route or just being average in general. Again, that you'd have to be from a pretty affluent area to see people with actual real wealth. And I'm not talking about the people that got a 6-figure tech job. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they got millions in the bank. They're making 30, 40, 50 grand a month minimum. Though that type of success, you need to be in more affluent areas. And if you're not in that area, then we have a great thing called YouTube. And that's how you can get exposed to these different things or these different wealth classes. And then you want to emulate what people are doing. And what I've noticed is the people that are really wealthy are the people that are making 40, 50 grand a month. They just have great systems in place and they just follow those systems for a prolonged period of time. So for example, I'm saying do the same thing for the next 5 years. That's exactly what these wealthy people are doing. They're just following their systems for the next 5-10 years. They're thinking 10 years ahead, 20 years ahead, 30 years ahead. This is how you truly get ahead. Don't let social media warp your perception on these things, because social media can make you feel like you're behind. But you have to understand, social media, it's a combination of the top 0.00001% having a 0.00001 moment. So not only is a very small subset of people, so you're looking at immense wealth and all that stuff, that's not your average person. If you actually touch grass and go outside, you'll start to see that no one really lives like that. And again, there are obviously that little 0.0001%, But even what they are posting on social media is again a 0.1% of their day. Their days don't actually look like this. They might be doing work, unless you're a rich kid or something. Again, there are exceptions to the rule, but again, the rule still stands. And so that's really just the rant for today, guys. If you guys feel like you're behind, don't worry. You're most likely not. And if you have the strength and the wisdom, not even the wisdom, but the strength and the wherewithal to just put your head down for the next 5 years and focus on just 5 things that you want to improve on, I promise you will see exponential results. And that's really what matters.